Hello, my Stampin' friends. Welcome to another episode of stampinwithcandice.com. Just checking really quick. Okay, I believe sound is on, so we should be good. I wanted to make sure you could hear me. Uh, Not nearly as fun if you can't hear me. If you don't know me already, my name is Candice Anderson. I'm coming to you live from Hiram, Utah. Today is January 5th, 2026. First day, my first live of the new year, technically, but not. I go live every Monday. I did share my last episode of Scrapped for 2025, but it kind of got a little bit late, so it was in January that I just shared that. If you missed it, go and check it out. It's on Facebook and YouTube. And I will be posting it on my blog in the next couple of days. I just haven't had time to put it all together on that. Let's see. What else was I going to say today? The first Monday of every month, I always do a make it with me. This is your chance to follow along and make your own project using whatever technique I'm sharing with you. We're doing another fun fold tonight, so hopefully you had a chance to see my stuff, or you're in a craft room and you can grab some paper and follow along. If not, come back and watch me later and you can follow along then. So we are going to get started here and switch cameras. And I'm going to share a few things with you. So this is the suite that I am using for tonight. It is called, I think, the Love something. I posted it. I don't remember the name of the suite, but I wanted to share what it has in it. It comes with this really thin bubble bath ribbon. We're going to be using that tonight. It has a fun, this is one of the 3D, so it's the thicker embossing folders, Hearts of Love. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll show it to you. I am using this one as well tonight. We're going to move that out of the way though. I'm not using these, but they are very, very fun. I can't wait to play with them a little bit more. I have used them on one project, on a Christmas project actually, but these little hearts, and they've got little envelopes, and just really fun. It could easily be added to this project if you wanted to. There is the die cuts. We're using those ones tonight. There's a stamp set. I'm actually not using this stamp set. I'll show you the one I am using. Gift bags. I have some ideas for these. I'm looking forward to playing with them and sharing. And then more designer paper that I am really, really loving. So the colors, this is Made with Love. I think that's the name of the suite. And it has Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Strawberry Slush. I also have paired Pretty in Pink with it. This kind of pink here, I think, works really well with Pretty in Pink. I just barely started using this, so we haven't even gotten into all the different pages and colors and stuff that's available here. But super cute paper. I think this is the other one in there. Oh, that's that one right there. Anyway, super cute paper. We are using that tonight. Just a reminder, if you have not done the product of the month, when you spend $75, you can get this. This was still available as of today. This is January's. I'm not sure if it ends when you end, when they switch to the new one, or if it's available until supplies last. It's brand new. There's a stamp set coming out next month. I saw a preview of it. Super cute. But this love one also has a love story scrapbooking kit that you can get with it, and you can purchase this stamp set in addition to it. This is the stamp set that I'm actually using for tonight, for the project I'm making. And you can see that the paper is very similar, but it also has some extras. I can't wait to make these. They are so cute. And you can add any of these fun embellishments to it as well. But you can see there is some specialty paper, and then the rest of it is the same. And then it has the fun die cuts that come with it. One other thing I did want to point out really quick. I didn't do it with this, but this stamp set and this stamp set, I was told, I haven't tried it, but I was told by someone that it, if I can find them here, sorry, I'm reaching, that it does match these alphabet sets. So it looks like it's a little bit smaller, so you can't actually maybe cut it out with it. This one maybe, I don't know. I haven't looked at this one yet. But it does match it. So you could die cut with this to pull the two things together. So kind of fun there. I'm going to move these out of the way. And we are going to get started. Now, I mentioned that my project for tonight was inspired by one of my mini albums. So this is the mini album I just shared on my last scrap, and I actually showed how to make this little flip out here, and I was like, oh, that would be really fun for a card. So I decided to play around with it and kind of came up with this card idea. It's probably very similar to other ones that are out there, but still, I thought it turned out kind of fun. So we are starting with an 8.5 by 11, and we're going to score it at 5.5. So just normal scored in half. But then we're going to score it again at 9 inches. So we get this kind of little folded in piece here. And then I have, so this is real red. I have a piece. You don't have to do this, but I added a little background piece. This is that embossing folder. See if I can get it, give you a clear picture of that. It's got like little hearts in like an arch that go down to a big heart in the center. I wish my lighting is just not giving. There you go. There you can kind of see it. And I've just done that one 5.25 by 4 on there. And then we're using some of that designer series paper. I have cut this one to I believe it is, what is it? It is 3.25 by 4, so it's going to go here. And then I've cut just another one 4 by 1.75, I'm pretty sure. Yes, 1.75 to go on here. And I've pre-cut and done some stuff just to try and make it a little bit faster. So this is our folding element here. This one is 3.5 by 7, and then it's scored at the 3.5, so it folds in half. So if you were to line these up, we're going to have this one, this flips down here, and this one's going to go here. This will just go on there, but then you will flip and flip. Now we're going to do something little fun with this heart piece here because we want this to stay closed. So we're going to make a closure with this. So I wanted to show you just a few things really quick before we put it all together. So I have taken the two different little hearts here, and I'm going to attach this one to here. On my first card, I used the bigger uh, where is it? I'm going to grab it so you can see what I'm talking about here in the die cuts. I used this bigger one on my first one. This one I decided to use the two smaller ones to put back behind here. So I'm hoping it will work the way I'm planning it. One of the other things I used is this little teeny hearts here, and it cuts out these teeny little hearts. Super fun. And I just kind of lined them up and cut them out of this white. You could easily take that and just put it onto a piece like so if you wanted to, and have the reverse come through, What I did is I lined this up on here and used it as a guide to place my hearts to keep them all nice and even. So that was how I got those hearts on there. And that's just on the Flirty Flamingo here. So before we start gluing, we're going to move all this out of the way and we're going to do a little bit of stamping on here. I'm going to take my bone folder and get that nice and crisp on all of my folds here. All right. So I am starting with the sweetheart. Now remember, this is opening this way. So we want it this way. This one's opening this way. And I am going to grab my real red. I will show you my sample card because I actually changed this one up a little bit. I learned a few things. And I lined these just up on top of each other so that I could stamp them both at the same time. It was a lot easier to do it that way. Let's see if I can line this up. And I want it towards the top for multiple reasons. You'll see here in a minute why. And I probably should have used my pad underneath there so I got a nice even, but hopefully it'll work. All right. I did re-ink my pad right before I did this because I wanted it nice and bold on there. And then this one is going to go across to here. And we've got these fun little like stripes. And I'm going to grab my strawberry slush. And we're going to just stamp along the bottom here. Stamp these stripes. And on the inside, I'm going to grab, so it says sweetheart, and then we're going to do the I adore you on the inside here. And then to finish it off, we are going to grab our little teeny, there's these little teeny grouping of hearts and our bubble bath. And we're going to just kind of stamp a few of these on the inside here. And then I'm going to stamp a little bit on this side here. I think I'm going to do it on both sides. All right. I'm going to move all this out of the way so I don't get ink on things that I don't want ink on. Now I'm going to show you how this goes together. Make sure I don't have ink on my fingers here. So we're going to start with this. We're going to glue this one together. And I'm just going to add a little bit of my multi-purpose glue. And you notice I'm not getting it way to the edges here because it does not line up perfectly. And so I don't want a lot of glue going over in weird places here. And I am purposely kind of offsetting it on here so that parts of it show through and you get kind of just that little bit of an offset look. And then we are going to line these little guys up. Hopefully this works the way I had planned it. I think I'm going to go this way with it. It's fine that that has glue on it because it's getting glued to the back of this. And I can just line that right up on the lines using on my glass mat so I can get that nice and straight. We're going to add some more glue. Maybe it will stay nice and straight. Doesn't have to be perfect though. And then I can stick it right on there. And I want it spread out just a little bit so I can just pull it off, pull it a little bit there. And we'll set that aside and let it dry for a minute and add this one to our front here. Now, if I wanted to, I could add a little bit of ribbon or something. We are going to add ribbon. We're just going to add it somewhere else. Just want that lined up there. Now, for this part here, we're going to add this to the background. And we are covering up part of it, but enough of it peeked through that I liked it. Now, before I finish this one, the one thing I did forget on my instructions is you want some tear and tape. You can use regular glue, but tear and tape is just a lot easier. And I am going to just do it on each end here. I will show you how I did my original one because I did cut it and do it a little bit different. And then I went, well, this is a lot smarter. Rather than cutting this paper down, I just decided to fold it over. So we're going to put it just here, and then that creates our gift card holder. And then we're going to use our little hearts on the inside here. And that helps us to see that edge. Now we could put something along there if we wanted to create a little bit more of an edge, but we don't have to. So now it's going to fold over this way. And then this one's going to go on our front part here. And hopefully you can kind of see where I'm following what I did in my little album here. Pull this back over so you can see. So we've got this part that opens with this. So this is this section here. And then here we are going to add this one. So we're going to add glue just to the back here. Again, super simple, easy, but it's fun. It's different. So I'm going to line that up so it has equal around that. So it is cut that it has that equal distance around it. And then it just opens up and we fold one over the other. Now remember how I said we want to make that so that it stays closed? That is where this fun little heart is going to come into play. We're going to grab some of our dimensionals here and we're going to add them. So we want to make sure that we're adding it to the correct side. So this is the part that's going to be over here. We don't want any over here because we want it to be able to open up. So we're just going to add it to this side right here. And then just kind of layer that a little bit like so. And we're going to finish it off with some of this very cute ribbon. Maybe, I don't know how you guys tie your bows. I tie mine different ways. Whenever I'm doing something small, I usually do the old-fashioned bunny ears, how I was taught to tie my shoes. But when I'm doing something that's larger, then I will kind of do the more wrap around. So I love mini glue dots to put these on. I kind of just roll it up a little bit so that I can stick that right behind it. Again, like I said, we could add some different embellishments, but not really necessary. Now here's the cool part. When you pull this, it flips up. You can open it up like so, and then just tuck that back underneath your heart to keep it closed. I'm going to show you my other one here. So this was my first one. I actually used strawberry slush and then real red here. And you can see that I did not re-ink my pad first, and it did not give me nearly as, now it is a lighter color, but I do like that big, more bold. I switched this one here. You can see I went with the red with the Flirty Flamingo. This one I went Flirty Flamingo with the red. This is the little bit bigger on the arrow, but obviously either one works. They both work really cute with the paper. When you open this one up, this is where I was saying that I had done it. Oh, and I stamped in Pretty in Pink on this one instead of Bubble Bath. And these are Pretty in Pink, and I put them right onto the paper. So a couple of differences. But this one here, I cut it first, and then I decided to make it a gift card holder. So I had to put glue around all sides, and so either one of them works depending on what you want to do. This one again folds right underneath there, but this one we can put the gift card right in there, slides in just perfect, and we've got our two fun different styles. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Again, this is going to be available starting tomorrow. You'll be able to get these plus so many other fun things. We have both the my words I'm looking for, the new mini catalog coming out and new online exclusives. And honestly, I'm having a hard time not falling in love with everything. There's so many cute things. If you're a scrapbooker, tons of cute scrapbooking. I showed you the one. There's a lot more. I can't wait to start making stuff and sharing more with you. We also have two fun promotions. So we have bonus days that starts tomorrow. What that is when you spend $50, you get a $5 coupon that you can use in February. So from tomorrow through February 2nd, you can earn those. And then February 3rd through February 28th, you can redeem them. So, more free product. You get free product anytime you order. You can order online at candiceanderson.stampin.net. And when you spend $75, you can get that exclusive. Again, I am not 100% sure if the one will carry over, if you can get more than one. It's a new program. We're kind of learning with you, but I do know the stamp set is super, super cute, and I'm excited for that one. But you can also currently still get that paper if you haven't gotten it. So thanks again for joining me. Be watching for new episodes of Scrapped. We have a whole new season coming out, and I will be back again next Monday. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.